Our story opens with Dr. May Brooke and his daughter Quinn, who are moving to a small town called Kettle. They were previously living in California, and we learn that Dr. Brooke is a surgeon. After a long journey, they arrive at their new home, which is massive. Quinn soon learns from her father that this house once belonged to the town's previous doctor. However, it's clear that Quinn isn't thrilled about the place. Suddenly, they notice a foul smell coming from the chimney. When Quinn investigates, she finds a dead dog inside. Dr. Brooke quickly removes it and disposes of it. As Quinn looks out the window, she spots a burned-down factory that used to manufacture clown costumes, now in ruins. The next morning, Quinn comes downstairs to have breakfast with her father. She tells him she's struggling to adjust to this creepy house, but he reassures her that she'll get used to it. When he offers to drive her to school, she declines, insisting she's old enough to go on her own. Before leaving, she reminds her father to fix the Wi-Fi, as she's not about to stay in this place without internet. He promises to take care of it and encourages her to make new friends. As soon as she opens the door, she's greeted by a guy who introduces himself as Rust. He says he heard new people moved into the neighborhood and wanted to welcome them. Within moments, Dr. Brooke insists that Rust give Quinn a ride to school. On the way, Quinn asks Rust about places to hang out in town. He tells her there's not much to do except hunting, especially since it's duck season. He adds that Kettle is a rural town, so she shouldn't expect much excitement. They arrive at school, and Quinn's first class is with Mr. Verne. The students mock him relentlessly, and when he sees their antics, he sends everyone to the principal's office for investigation. Later, Quinn meets a group of rebellious kids: Janet, Ronnie, Tucker, Matt, and Cole. She clicks instantly with Cole. Quinn admits she thought the town would be more exciting and feels like she's stuck in the 90s. Cole tells her the most exciting event in Kettle is the annual Corn Festival, the town's biggest day. He explains that his father created the festival, and his great-grandfather invented corn syrup about 100 years ago. Matt chimes in, saying the whole town gathers around Friendo, a clown who's considered the town's mascot and local legend. Janet adds that they've made YouTube videos featuring Friendo to gain views, and Matt shows Quinn their channel. Later, Quinn goes to have lunch with her father at a diner. Before she can tell him about her new friends, he scolds her for getting a warning on her first day of school. Just then, Detective Don arrives and greets Dr. Brooke. When Quinn's new friends show up, Don warns her to stay away from them, calling them troublemakers with bad records. Quinn brushes off his advice and tells her father she's going to hang out with her friends. She rushes to catch up with them. Before she can mention Detective Don's warning, Cole interrupts, saying Don is always on their case. Russ tells her to ignore him and invites her to join them for some fun. They take her to a supermarket owned by George, where they stage a fake fight to distract him while the others shoplift. Afterward, they go drinking and partying. Quinn asks about the burned-down factory, and they explain they were filming a video there when it caught fire. They insist they had nothing to do with the blaze, claiming it was likely an electrical fault, but the town blamed them anyway. Quinn suggests someone might have framed them, but before they can discuss further, they hear a loud scream. Tucker bursts in, covered in blood, with Friendo chasing him. Quinn panics, but the group bursts into laughter. It's a prank. Matt was wearing a Friendo mask to scare her as a welcome to the group and to boost their YouTube views. Later, Quinn and Cole have a private conversation. He asks about her future plans, and she says she wants to go to college. When she asks him the same question, he jokingly says he wants to burn the whole town down. When he asks about her mother, Quinn reveals she died from an overdose, which is why her father decided to move to Kettle for a fresh start. Cole shares that his sister died in the factory fire the previous summer. He tried to save her by jumping into the river, but he couldn't reach her in time. As Quinn comforts him, Janet interrupts, saying they need to finish filming a video. At the end of the night, Cole walks Quinn home. Just as she's about to give him a goodbye kiss, Dr. Brooke interrupts, angrily warning Cole to stay away. Inside, Quinn and her father argue. She tells him she's trying to make friends to cope with the move, but he disapproves of her new crew. She reminds him she came to Kettle for his sake, so he should compromise for her. Frustrated, she storms to her room. As she's about to cry, Matt sends her the video they filmed. She watches it happily but then zooms in and is shocked to see a shadowy figure behind her in the footage. Meanwhile, Matt is at home, singing to himself, when he receives the photo from Quinn. At the same time, his doorbell rings. Checking the camera, he sees someone dressed as Frendo. Thinking it's Cole pulling a prank, he laughs and searches the house, noticing muddy footprints on the floor. He jokingly calls out to Cole, saying they can play but not mess up the apartment. As he searches, he finds a box in his closet. When he turns around, Frendo is there and attacks him. Matt is killed and stuffed into bags. The next morning is the day of the corn festival. Cole's father is preparing for the event, but when Cole asks to attend, his father refuses, citing a suspension letter from school. However, Cole's mother intervenes, convincing her husband to let him go. At the festival, Cole boasts about his family's legacy as the celebration of Frendo, King of Corn, begins. Quinn arrives at the festival and asks her friends if they identified the figure in the video. Ronnie suggests it might be Rust. When Cole arrives, he carries Quinn on his shoulders so she can enjoy the view. The day is going smoothly until a teacher named Mr. Boxer tries to put on a show and accidentally sets the place on fire. The festival turns chaotic, and Detective Don rounds up Quinn's group, suspecting their involvement. In custody, Quinn is stunned. She's not even 20 and already in trouble. Don ominously warns them they're as good as dead for messing with Frendo. 2 days later, everyone is released. Quinn's father is waiting outside and lectures her for ignoring his warnings about her friends. Elsewhere, Tucker is training when he finds a box with Frendo's image on it, the same kind Matt received before his death. As he resumes training, Frendo appears and kills him. That night, Quinn is alone when Cole messages her, begging her to join him at a party. She sneaks out while her father is asleep and meets Cole. On the way, he gives her a Frendo-themed gift, saying it's special to the town. Suddenly, Rust appears, returning from a hunting trip with a deer. They arrive at the party, and have a wild time. Cole wonders where Matt and Tucker are, surprised they'd missed the event. Ronnie assures him they'll show up. Quinn and Cole dance all night, but when she suggests they take things further, he declines, saying he's not ready. Upset, Quinn nearly clashes with Janet, who mocks her. Suddenly, they hear a scream and find their friend Ginger collapsing with a knife in her back. Thinking it's another prank, the group laughs, assuming Matt is behind it. But then a Frendo head is thrown at them from the cornfield. When they remove the mask, it's Matt's real head. Still convinced it's a prank with fake blood, they don't believe it until Frendo attacks, slashing at them. Panicked, they flee as the party turns into a bloodbath. Russ tries to save them with his hunting rifle, but after killing one Frendo, he's overwhelmed by a mob that includes his cousins, aunt, and entire family. The festival becomes a slaughter. Meanwhile, Dr. Brooke wakes up and checks on Quinn, finding a pillow in her place. Realizing she's gone, he apologizes, thinking she's upset. Quinn and her friends are hiding as Frendo's family hunts them. They spot a moving wooden panel leading to an iron door in the ground, a secret exit. They rush through it to escape. Dr. Brooke, searching for Quinn, finds the diner's door broken. Inside, Frendo is waiting, demanding he help his friend. With no choice, Dr. Brooke complies. Quinn's group tries to stop Frendo, setting him on fire and escaping through the cornfield. They reach the road and flag down a car, but it's Detective Don. He refuses to listen, accuses Cole of causing the chaos, and arrests him, leaving the others behind. The 3 remaining girls, Quinn, Janet, and Ronnie, return to the cornfield, pursued by Frendo. They hide, but Frendo finds them and kills Ronnie. Quinn and Janet flee to a house in the woods, only to discover it belongs to Frendo's family. Inside, they find photos of themselves, revealing they were targeted. Another Frendo attacks, killing Janet, but Quinn fights back and kills him. Dr. Brooke manages to overpower his attacker and escapes. As Quinn is cornered, Frendo's family surrounds her, mocking her. Then comes the big twist. The killers are revealed to be George, the supermarket owner, Detective Don, Hill, Cole's father, and Mr. Verne. They're a vigilante group eliminating corrupt youths who disrupt the town. Quinn begs for mercy, but they say it's too late, she knows too much. When she asks Hill how he could kill his own son, he reveals he'd burned down his own factory for insurance money, not knowing Cole and his friends were inside. His daughter died in the fire, and he blames Cole for taking her there. He plans to kill Quinn first, then Cole, staging it as a murder-suicide. Dr. Brooke arrives but is injured and urges Quinn to run. Instead, she dons a friendo costume to blend in and begins taking out the killers one by one. Meanwhile, Hill argues with Cole, blaming him for his sister's death due to his greed. Enraged, Hill tries to run Cole over, but Rust saves him. Quinn eliminates the remaining killers, and she, Cole, Rust, and Dr. Brooke escape. Dr. Brooke insists Quinn drive the car to conquer her fear. As she drives, she kills the last friendo. Months later, Quinn is heading to college. Cole and Rust visit to say goodbye. As she drives away, she notices a friendo-themed box on the back seat. Without hesitation, she throws it out the window. She's had enough. The story ends here. And there you have it, folks. Clown in a Cornfield is a wild ride of small-town secrets, creepy clowns, and deadly betrayals. Quinn thought she was just moving to a boring rural town, but Kettle turned out to be a nightmare. From a haunted house to a burned-down factory, her new friends led her straight into the jaws of Friendo, the town's twisted mascot. What started as pranks and parties ended in a blood-soaked festival, with vigilantes, George, Detective Don, Mr. Verne, and even Cole's dad, hunting troublemakers like prey. Quinn fought back, outsmarted the killers, and walked away stronger, leaving Frendo's curse behind. This is a story of survival, loyalty, and facing your fears head-on. So, what's your take? Drop it in the comments, smash that like button, and I'll catch you in the next one.